Hello, welcome, Cabbage here. So today we got the new series, so I'll review the new monsters in the Hatcher, and then also we'll look at the drop monsters in there. So first we'll go to the Monsterpedia, and let's go here. Okay, in the Hatcher, the first one here is Yatagarasu. This is the evolution version. And yeah, double null ability, flight, null wind, null warp rather. He also has null wind, but that's not going to be really an issue for us. He has that same strike shot that Mammon has, where he becomes a pierce until he hits a wall and then becomes a bounce again. And so that can be really great for positioning and good damage if you can get it in the weak point in particular. And yeah, very versatile strike shot, very fun if you've used Mammon before. And then that same 8-turn, build-up, so you can use it every other turn. Very, very versatile. And then he's got speed up, and this is pretty crazy because there are not a lot of characters with a double null ability and speed up. So yeah, pretty darn good. I am very interested in this guy. The Ascension version is a bit different. Same null abilities, flight, null warp. Completely different strike shot. This is the one where he shoots a turret onto the wall and then the turret shoots bullets out. I think Kate C had that one before. And then this guy has a pretty strong bump combo. It's a homing destruction, and then the sub-bump combo is that green peas like Royce has. But because it's the sub-bump combo, it'll do less damage, and then there are fewer peas. And then there'll also be blue, so... so yeah, pretty strong overall. And actually his attack, it's 25, that would become 30,000 with the gauge. So he could be a good attacker anywhere. Alright, so that is Yatagarasu. And then next up we have Ame no Uzume, and this is the evolution version. She's got null gravity barrier, null magic circle. Null magic circle characters are pretty rare, so she's valuable for that. She has that great strike shot where she becomes a pierce, one of the more versatile strike shots, I think, with the additional benefit of upgrading items on the screen. So yeah, lots of utility there. And then the bump combo, the rebound X laser, this can fill a screen and hit lots of guys. So decent amount of damage, not very high damage. And yeah, she is specifically good for floor 38 of the Tower of Champions. Which is one of the more difficult floors. So yeah, if you did get her, you could certainly use her there. You could also use her in Yamato Takeru pretty successfully, I think. That strike shot in particular, you could use that on the last stage. It's sometimes difficult to do damage against the boss on the last stage because he's at the bottom and he's got the 2 damage walls. But with the Pierce strike shot, you can go, left and right or up and down, and then get some good concentrated damage on him. The Ascension version, I don't really get too much. No gravity barrier and a Discordy Slayer. There are very few Discordy bosses out there, so this is almost a non-factor. She does have a Meteor Strike Shot, and then same bump combo. So she's okay, but if you did get her, I'd recommend the Evolution more. Okay, and then finally in the Hatcher, the new monster is Takemi Kazuchi. And this one is interesting. Has a brand new ability, the Weak Point Slayer. So anytime he hits the weak point, he'll do extra damage. So you definitely want to use him that way. And then I would say that if you are using him and you have your the boss's weak point in sight, I would just go straight for the weak point, because that one hit is going to do more damage than a bunch of other just standard hits. And then he also has the becomes a pierce strike shot, so that can really help you, go straight for weak points. And then a blast bump combo is a nice support to other characters. The Ascension I think is pretty interesting. Null damage wall and null block. I really like null block characters. And then he has that same strike shot as Hades, I believe it is, the old Hades. Where it's like a tackle and then a stun if he hits the weak point. And then on top of that, he has 2 bump combos, both of which stun. So he's like kind of the most stunning or stunnable monster in the game right now. And if you put a knockout Able Berry on him, that would be a quadruple stun. So this guy could be fun. He's a little bit limited on his null abilities, but you can kind of force him to bring him to null warp quests or stuff like that. Okay, so those are the Hatcher monsters. Let's look at the drop monsters. First one is Pencil Base, Evolution. Bounce Null Warp with a Paladin Slayer. And this guy's so-so. There are lots of green drop monsters that are bounced with Null Warp. He does add Paladin Slayer, which means you could take him to Yamato Takeru or Daikoku, but you would have a difficult time with him, I think, in each. The Ascension is very interesting. Pretty low stats overall, and then 2 null abilities that are not super useful at the moment. Null Wind, No Block. And then he has a dash, and what that means is that when he hits his gauge, he will get a boost to his speed here. But the reason to use him is for his strike shot. He is a blast type with the homing piercer, and that is like Hatcher monster level bump combo damage. So you could even make a team full of this guy and then get a bunch of homings out and then do lots of damage. But you wouldn't be able to take him to too many quests, I think. Okay, and then finally we have, this is a Mistype. That's her name in the JP version, I like that one better. This is the evolution version. She's a Pierce Null Damage Wall. And unfortunately she has that same null ability sling style combo as Takayasha. And Takayasha is already recognized as one of the best drop monsters in the game. So she has that to compete with. She does have a Samurai Slayer, so you could bring her to Muramasa or Okita Soji. But yeah, if you do get her, I would recommend the Ascension version. She picks up Flight in addition to the Pierce Null Damage Wall. And yeah, that double null ability is one of my favorites, especially when it's Pierce. And Leah Ascension, she's one of the Mythos characters. She has that same combination. If we were playing the JP game and we did not have Leah Ascension, I would say absolutely make the max luck of this. But since we have the Leah Ascension, we don't need a Mistype really. The bump combo critical is nice, but if you have Leah Ascension, you don't need Mistype. Okay, so that'll do it for the drop monsters. Let's move over to the Hatcher, and then we will pull. And then you probably pick this up, but the one that I want the most is Yatagarasu. The second most one, the one that I want the second most would be Ame no Uzume. But actually, if I got Takemi Kazuchi, I would try the Ascension version. This one looks really interesting. Okay, but anyway, let's go ahead. Let's turn up the sound a little bit, see if we get the strike shot voice. And go! Okay, no voice. It's cool. Oh, but I think it turned left. That's another guaranteed thing, so let's see what we get. Onegai! Onegai! Okay, alright. Let's take a photo of that. I'm gonna try out the Ascension version. Alrighty, let's continue on. Let's hope we get something else. Onegai! Come on! Oh, wow. Okay, so that was the look at the new series. And then after this, I'm going to keep on putting up review videos of the new Transcendent forms. And yeah, on my sub, actually, I did pull Yatagarasu, so I'm pretty happy about the results here. Alright, thanks for watching, and we'll see you again. Take care.